All right. So hi everyone. It's me again. And yeah, we will work some more in our JAMstack SaaS app. And I just received my egghead beanie today, so I like it. It keeps me warm. Before we go further, I hate this typo. So let's fix it first, and then we can go further doing more stuff. Where was it? Should be in the pages, and then let's look for, yeah, so this one should be work. Okay, that's done. Solve problems faster, get some help from expert, debug your brain, wit. Oh my god. Probably a lot of people have been watching this for a long time and just like screaming at me, like, fix these typos. Oh man. So that's with rubber goose, or maybe like a fellow goose. No, rubber goose. Let's give it. So let's go to the dashboard. We have our nice dashboard here. This is loading, and we have some. Probably we should improve this error message, because I think here we need to log out and then come on, log in. I think the token is somehow expiring. Is this the password? Yeah, okay. Yeah, the token is expiring, or maybe they're not in sync between Hasura and this one here. Yeah, and then it's loading. Come on, you can do it. Maybe my instance needs to like wake up, like the free Heroku instance. Where is Heroku? Here. Still loading. Oh, someone also connected here, and no, they didn't add any post. Okay, so here are the posts that took some time, probably because I'm on the free tier and this is a little bit slow. So maybe go into settings in here. Maybe you can add. So we have the name. So we can start by pulling the name actually from the user table. And if we go to this permission and go to user, you can see here the selection is with a custom check. So maybe this is not. Here we check, okay, if exist. Select. So maybe we can get the email, and then yeah, and only we get data if the user ID is equal to this Hasura, like something, whatever we get in the session. And we get only the email and name. Let's save the permission. And so let's go to this one, which is settings. I'm not sure if it's called settings or still like maybe dashboard. Yeah, it's still called dashboard. Maybe we need to rename it at some point. So currently what we're doing is we actually we're saving the data into the Netlify identity, but maybe we should save it to this table, because here, okay, we have the update and we only allow the update to like if the user is authenticated, so only the user can update their own data. Okay, so here I guess we will need to get some stuff, plans. User home, and we get this query. So I guess we need these two things. And a dashboard. And here we will get something like get user, and it's graphical. And then let's test our query first. We go to GraphQL, and here I would do users, and then name and email. So yeah, this is, I'm using the admin, so probably let's do this. Hasura user ID. This is just for debugging purposes. We will be sending the actual bearer token, so we'll be able to update this. Let's go this. Okay. What's the name of the? Yeah. Okay. Let's take this and then have it in this here. Was not found. And we have this ID here. How should we? Let's see what that's give us. So we can do. Here we can have query users. Okay. Let's go to Explorer and have new query. Save this same. Okay, get user. And then here users. And here we will have name and email. Okay, we have these two users, but I guess when we use the actual token for with custom check, with same custom check, okay, we only get this. Yeah, and then we return the name. Yeah, let's try this and then see. I wonder if we can get like some queries. Okay, so what did fail? It's not defined. Ah, yeah, of course. I typed this wrong. GQL. All right, so now we can do what was the syntax? Probably we don't need the poll interval, but let's see. Okay, so here we will get our user, and then here in here we can do delete. Delete until this, and so we have the data, and then so maybe here we can do if loading, we will have span called, we'll have like loading. Yeah, we will return this. Otherwise, if it's not loading, this is the submit, that's fine, we can deal with it later, but here, like full name, this will be data dot users, which is 0 dot name. So let's see if this would even work. Parsing expected. Okay. Oh, of course. Let's get this out of the zoom and okay, it's building. User metadata. Do we have any? Set value. Okay. What if we log out and then log in again? Okay. Maybe we can do console log the data. So just to make sure that we're not actually getting all the users, to test if we have okay, so we have this object users. Yeah, and you see here, because we set the permissions, even if we request all the users, we will only get this user because we set the permission Hasura. So we'll make sure always get this, unless you have like a role admin or something. So this is the cool stuff. So let's add the email part. So here I do Control A and then Z to zoom in like the pane for my data. Okay, that was surprisingly smooth, kind of. All right, so we have this div that's like a label, the input, and then the error, and we have that. And so this one will be email, and then here we will have email, and let's close this label because I messed up. Okay, so this we should have it type email, and then here we will have email, and at maybe example.com, and it shouldn't be lowercase, it should be lowercase. We will worry about the change stuff. Set user metadata, and then I think here this should be maybe email, and in here we will have email. Yep, this is very nice. So now we have the full name and the email, and so next what we need to do is when I click save, instead of saving the stuff on the Netlify identity, like metadata, I will send it using a mutation to the Hasura database. And this will work because we set the permission correctly. All right, let's get some mutation going. We already have some stuff right here about the mutation. I'm not sure. No, it's like inside of sorry. This post editor. So we have use mutation, and the user mutation will give us this. Yep. And then we can get like the rows back and put them there. So let's go back to the dashboard, and then we have use query. So here we can do use mutation, and then right here we can do const update user GQL, and then I think this should be mutation update user. Let's go back here and do add mutation, update users, set where, come on, where ID equal maybe you don't need the where entirely, but just the set, email, and then name, because the ID will be picked automatically, I would assume, like the update here. From session variable, and it's, yeah, okay. It will be this user ID. Yeah, so if you add this, Hasura will get the ID from that session. So we don't need to pass in the ID, which is cool. So here we need to, okay, and then probably will return the affected rows. Update user. So let's get this. Update user. The requirement argument. I'm gonna just get this thing here and then paste paste it. Okay. And then paste it in here. And okay, so we have this mutation. And still steal some more code. So maybe we can call this update user, because I think it's picking the name from the mutation name. So here would be update user, and this will be update user. And obviously, there will be some variables that we need to set. Name and email. Name will be string, and I guess we need to have a $sign. And also email will be a string. And I think we can make them required also by doing this bank. And then for here, the email will be, okay, email, and for the name would be name. And then we return the affected rows. I don't know, like we could also like do, okay, return Explorer, where is it? Man. Yeah, again. Users. No, I want mutation. Update users, set email name, and we will be returning email name. Yeah, we could probably return this data and then set it back to the state, or like something like that. Okay, let's get this. And then here we will have okay, affected rows. We will return the email and then name. Okay, why it did fail? Data that has already been declared. Okay, yeah. So here we can have, maybe call it user data. So no complaining. Cool. So we have the user data. And okay, how was the thing was called? Set post. Is this like an asynchronous function or not? Like adding the post. Use mutation hook. I think it's maybe like an asynchronous function, but let's see. Use mutation, update data with mutation. Login. There's interesting. You can actually have like an on-complete. Interesting. If loading error, that's fine. Use mutation. So I guess we can have this on complete, and when it's on complete, we set the user metadata back. We sync it back to the state that we have. So let's where did I go? Okay, so there's definitely this on complete stuff, and then login. Okay. So in here, when we use the mutation, I think this should be update user, and then here we pass in some configuration, and one of them is on completed. Yeah, I like the autocomplete here. And right here we will have email and the name from the stuff that we will get. And then obviously here we will do, okay, set user metadata. And then it's like, okay, it's saying email, the name. So there's no full name, kind of. So this is the initial state, will be something like this. And yeah, we need to find a way how to sync all these, like the Apollo stuff, with our like current state. Also, this update needs to be removed. So let's see. The value is here. We have like the name, and here we have the email. Okay. But why this is failing? Let's see. Email is not defined. Okay. Uh-oh. What is going on? My OBS is okay. Are we still in the stream? Yeah, I think we're still there. Okay, cool. Yeah, something went wrong and crashed. So email is not defined in line 32. 32. Oh, of course. Man, this should be email. Okay, so somehow it's synced right here. Right now we have this update user, and what we need to do is So here, if we will change the check to name, and then name, and maybe we can add another check for the email. Email. Yeah, we could also do some more validation here, but we will deal with that later. Okay, this we don't need to await, and this is now is called update user. And where's the mutation documentation? I guess there's like a variable somewhere. Okay, let's check our post editor here. Yeah, it's okay, variables. Okay, cool. So this will be variables will be user metadata, but user metadata has email and name. And okay, so yeah, okay, we need to update this to be we need to have this called name, and the other one is email. Okay, so we should be, yeah, we have this set state with email and name. All is good. So now if we go here, maybe refresh it just for fun. This is the loading from GraphQL, from Hasura stuff, but now it's like loading everything. And then here, if I yeah, like changing the email, I think we might need to still change it on the identity side of things. So maybe let's just change this to, all right. We have the controlled way of, okay. So we have this input. So this should be default. Value. Okay, let's refresh. And if I React active class name on DOM element appear to, that's a weird warning, but okay, let's update the name. Your email, please. Okay, so there's clearly, please fill in your, yeah, that's, man, okay. This is tricky. Like, we want to sync the state between. We want to have this consistent state. So here we are initializing the user meta to be empty, but we never set it when we have the data loaded. Maybe we can do, okay, what if we do set user metadata right here to data that users of 0. And too many re-render, yeah. React limits the number. Yeah, I guess I'm. Let's see, use query. What does the function give us stuff? Variables, pull interval, fetch policy, error, SSR, display name, skip. Yeah, they have also like uncompleted. Once your query success. Yeah, maybe here we can. Yeah, okay. So with this use query, yeah, we can do the same thing. I think this might be really cool. So we get this and have it in here. And in our render, like we get the values from still the user metadata instead of the user. So here, user, man. So this will be user metadata, because whenever we complete, we will fill in the data and then user metadata. I think this is a better approach if you want to sync between kind of your local state and the GraphQL state. Okay, so let's change this and then hit save. Oh, come on. What's wrong in here? Did I refresh? Do I need to refresh? Okay, object. Yeah, of course. Man, here we need the email. And then where's the other user meta? And okay, let's just no. Okay, here I guess this will be name. why this is not. Completed. Okay, it did that. Maybe here we have data first, I guess. And then email and then name. Would that be the case though? Let's see. Email of undefined, okay. So let's see, what do we have here? Data. Email is not defined, expected, okay. Okay, let's comment this for now. Yeah, and then see. Okay, so okay, we get the actual user array. Okay, so here, okay. So what we will get here is we need to get users, and then we set the metadata to name and then email. So what we need to do here is, okay, we set it to the users 0. Coolio. Yeah, okay, that works. Awesome. Let's refresh and see. All good. So I guess this one, yeah, this one may be different. So let's see. Variables, value, type name. Okay, so maybe we the variables and variables value. So here, I think we didn't, yeah. Variables, how was the request sent? Huh. Why variables is empty? Did I make a typo? So it's clearly there, two things are there, and then we send the user metadata, which is an object. Oh no, but this is get users. Okay, sorry. What? What? update username, email. This is not the one we're looking for. Update user, we send the mutation. Unexpected. Variable, and then okay, yeah. So I think what we do here is okay. Okay, so here is we need to get email and then just name from our user 0, because we're setting so much stuff. And then here come on, OBS, what are you doing? Sorry about that. This will be email and then name. Okay, so now we make sure that we only set these 2 things. We don't send any extra variables. Let's refresh. Okay. Then let's do this and then hit save. I think, yeah, all is good. So if we refresh, come on. Okay, let's go to our user. Users table. What happens here? Okay, this is get user. And maybe, so we're sending this and it's sending this data. And then what's the response? Validation failed. Message, the required argument where is missing. Where do we need to just send? Let's see. Okay, Hasura. Update mutation user ID. Updating mutation. So I think using variables ID based on this. I think there's a way where you can. Okay. Remove to do. X Hasura user ID, kind of. Okay, so maybe this is the configure preset user ID from session variable, and then we set that, and then update user or something. Users, we have this permission when we update. So the ID is from session and it's user ID. And okay, set static value or session where variables as default value for column while updating. So we can update only that, and the ID is equal this one. Okay, maybe we can, where is it? Let's take the token. And have it here. Okay, and then say, okay, Explorer. Explore, okay. Where I mean, we can set the email also, or okay, email is equal or name is equal. Set. We set the email and the name, and then okay, so let's go back again to the permissions, and then the update ID is blah blah blah. Allow rows user to update. So we need to only allow them to update the email and then the name. And we're setting this ID. Yeah. How does it pick? I'm not sure about like the where in here. ID is equal to this, but here we can see we can't see the actual ID because it's not in the permission. don't have even. So update, allow role user to update column. So we only want to allow them to update the email and then the name. And set static value or session variable as default value for column while updating. This is, I mean, setting the ID. We don't need to maybe do this. Okay, same as check with custom check. I mean, we could use the email right now to update, or I'll probably check out how we can maybe make Hasura pick the user ID from the session. I think it's possible, especially for updates. So we don't have this where stuff. But yeah. But so far I think we're in good shape. We just need to fix the updating, but we can do it. So maybe in the update here we can do like where so this will be where, and probably we can do where email. I think we need to do equal email. Okay, let's try this out. And let's intercept our requests. So that's that. We send the request. We should have, we have like error, 0 extension, path selection. Affected rows, code validation failed. Affected rows must not have a selection since type int has no subfield. Okay, so this is not affected rows, this is returning. And then let's send again. Yeah, awesome. We have this update user, and then we kinda then returning, and then the first column. Okay. So I guess in the onCompleted in here, this would be okay. Yeah, we'll have data. Inside of that data, we will have const, maybe returning. Returning from data dot update users, and here we will have const email and then name coming from this returning of 0. Yep, and let's fix this. Save. Come on, what's going on? Country property update. Update users of undefined. Update. What's going on? Okay, let's refresh and then see what's going on. We save. And again. What is going on here? So it does the update, but then we mess up something. Save. And let's go to our console and then see what do we... Cannot improve the update user of undefined. I want my console log. Oh, it's undefined. Weird. Is it? So what if we have, okay, let's have the entire data object right here and then see. So let's update this. Interesting. So now it's different. Mutation. Okay, whatever. I guess it worked. So if we remove this, hit save again. We're good. Then do this, save. And yeah, this looks nice. So if we remove this and then maybe do OK King or by hit save, check our data. Yep, it's changing. Okay, let's bring this back. And yeah, probably should give some feedback, but here is the data. Come on. Yeah, it's the data up to date. So yeah, and that's how we do some more CRUD with Hasura and like GraphQL, and we have a nice screen here, so we can add more stuff to the user. Yeah, probably we need to add maybe an avatar, and then we can add it in our user table right here, and then have a default avatar if somebody like, or yeah, we can do some more cool stuff here since we have some persistent now. So yeah, I guess that's it, and thank you for watching.